Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, and hello to my special friends from Australia. I know they love it when I greeted them from the past. Welcome to our weekly AMA, the last one before season 2 comes out. Correct?
Correct. I'll be 100% transparent with you and everybody else. I've been kind of burning the candle at both ends. As would be expected, as well as to be expected. Uh, the closer that we get, to some major milestone like this, mostly because, like Zeus guy had mentioned, our team is not by design, but just by pure happenstance, completely spread out, almost antagonistically spread out across the entire globe. So, in order to achieve,
Absolutely correct.
a really, to achieve a good connection between all of them, I usually am the one that forsakes sleeping schedules and things, waiting until people's most opportune time. Mostly because other than like talking and connecting and aligning opportunities, my strategic value is limited. Whereas everybody else, I'd prefer that they get sleep and work at their highest and best self. And so yeah, feeling a little bit tired today, but extremely happy that we're coming down the home stretch. The finish line is literally like hours away. So incredibly excited about that. Everything is still, from all indications, nothing's standing in the way of us launching on time as stated. Yeah. So I guess we'll just
Sorry,
go
I'm
ahead.
laughing because I'm looking at the chat. So, first thing, I'm going to translate what Matt said because I had someone that says Matt speaks so much I haven't understood enough. He's not sleeping too much. That's all. He just likes to make it longer. It's basically a repetition what I've told you guys from the devlogs, changing from Mondays to Tuesdays. Because just to give you an example, it was 1 a.m. yesterday, and I was still trying to finish the devlogs because of the different time zones. And at one point, my brain's like could not write anything, and that would make sense. So I said, okay, no, I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll explain to them, and we start doing this on Tuesdays morning, as in Europe morning. Hours, yes, hours away, but not 2 hours or 3 hours. It's still on the 4th of July. Okay, don't panic. It still means over 2 days now. Okay, they get excited when you use the word hours.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess.
so short intro. Yeah, no, you can't promise hours. Look, they're hyperventilating in the chat already. Quick thing from my side. At the moment, we have usual stuff going on. So the Zealys, the raffles. We have campaign going on for the Reddit. I did remind you guys the other day about it because we just started our new subreddit, as you've been asking for it. Unfortunately, as I explained at the time, we couldn't claim the old one. No idea why. Reddit never explains to you why it doesn't do things or why it does things. It just got rejected with no explanation. I have to wait, I think it's 2 months until I can request it again, which is a pain in the posterior. And obviously, I was not going to wait 2 months until I asked again. So basically, we just did the official one. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go and check our official links. It is not on the website. I just realized that. I'll speak with the website team so we add it there, but it does exist. And as a celebration for the fact that it just started, we have a competition that will award the 5 best posts and will reward a random post for a prize on the next AMA, not this one. For the ones that missed it, the footage we have rolling now has been published on our YouTube channel, has been published on Telegram, has been published on the Reddit, has been published on Discord. I don't think I have any on our Twitter. I do not think we have any other place to publish it. Thank you very much for everyone that's been doing the raids, both the ones here on Discord and on Telegram. They have been working wonders. I've been starting to see Meme Kombat showing up in places on Twitter with accounts that have no connection to Meme Kombat that I normally use as a mechanism to check how things are working, and it's definitely working. So thank you very much for everyone that's doing the raids. And that's pretty much it from my side. Matt and Zeus, any updates for this week before we go into the questions?
Yeah. So I know that a lot of people are probably. I mean, I haven't been keeping track of it, but I'm assuming that a lot of people have been wanting to keep their eyes open for the marketing campaign that goes along with season two. So Hermes had started to kind of leak some of those visuals yesterday. I think it was you, Hermes, or somebody was. And so the marketing effort is going live. I'm told that it could be just within hours from now. Hold on a second. Just 1 second, guys.
I know, Matt. And yes, guilty of charge of pestering the devs to get some game leaks. Oh no, you said the word hours again. It's restarting. It's a deja vu. I have no idea. It did stop the sentence halfway, so I have no idea if the hours means like 2 hours or 48 hours. So, I know. No, you're not allowed to start a betting game on how many hours he meant. Okay?
Yeah.
you can
So
bet
it's
on the arena, but
basically
not on the hours.
I mean, it's essentially a rotation thing, right? So our PRs are now all finalized, submitted. Now it's just about funneling into the rotation. I've pinpointed that I wanted it today, to as the go live date, mostly just because, again, like I had mentioned this during the previous AMA, and I think that most people resonated with this logic, is that if you start to kind of blast it out there a little too early, people get pumped, excited. They step into to the project. New people step into the project. But then if you don't, give them something to activate on within a relatively short period of time, their attention span is very, waning. So it's kind of like a delicate dance of seizing an opportunity just at the right time. And so I think that today is that opportune time because the fourth is going to be here just in no time. Like for me in my brain, it's hours away. Yes, for everybody else, it's a couple days. But I'm looking at it counting down in the hours. And so I think between now and then, between the community's support and excitement, as well as the campaigns that Hermes is doing, and then combine that with an increased social media push and presence, that I think that we could hold on to people that would stumble our way. And so that's one of my main drivers today is to continue to push to get that campaign live. My anticipation is that we will be going live initially with publications and then pairing that with social media posting and support, a KOL campaign. But then ultimately, once we get the wheels turning on season two, because again, anything can happen. Although we've worked really hard to make sure that the launch will go well, and that we've tried to fend off any sort of issues, including we've resolved all the issues that have kind of plagued season one from a reliability standpoint, and so those for our foundational part of the game platform. Those will be rolled out with season two as well, so we should see a lot less downtime issues related to that. But then again, anything can happen. So we want to make sure that we get at least a couple few days into season two and make sure everything's humming along as it should, and then we will then begin to step up the additional parts of the campaign, which I would anticipate you will start seeing some banners for Meme Kombat Season 2. Check it out. At websites near you, and just all the typical Web3 marketing machines, leverage banners, PR campaigns, but then there's also some additional KOL support coming. So,
yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I keep pestering you guys to vote in certain websites, because banners plus your votes makes it a bit more appealing to most people instead of just having a banner there. We don't speak about that banner. They're asking about a certain banner that was on a certain website at some point. Okay, cool. We already have someone to talk. Zeus, anything you want to speak about this week before we bring start bringing folks into the stage.
Yeah, just continue with what Matt was saying. So I'm loving this finished product. It's looking absolutely excellent. A lot of polishing, a lot of, going back and forth with ideas and details. And, anytime you're working on improving something, you have ideas from the start. And then as you go about, you little tweaks, little adjustments, little pivots, and but the finished polished product is looking absolutely amazing. I love all the different effects, right? Even, the little flame that's going around the circles of the names and this and that and the spirit bomb and just all these little things I think look amazing. And, obviously lots of, adjustments have been happening in the background with what we feel is going to be most receptive to the outside world looking in. And yeah, I'm loving it. And with this and the things to come, we're going to have a lot of artillery to be able to, launch out to the ethos. And I think it's going to be outstanding. So yeah, appreciative to all the people that have been, rocking and rating and, all the collective energy that's being put out. I know that the question is coming about CEX listings. We have those locked and ready to go and all the details mapped out. So yeah, it's all about, what's the most opportune position at any given time by evaluating volume, by evaluating buy pressure, by evaluating, the marketing receptiveness and all the different factors. So yeah, let's just keep on rocking this. But yeah, this product that we're putting out is looking really good. And then maybe at some point during this AMA, I was in Vegas for a couple days and had a bunch of ideas flowing. And I don't know, maybe we could activate Jack and send him to some fucking pool parties in Vegas and, just meme combat deck the hell out. Anyways, all right.
I'm scared of some zoos, I think. Also, I pity the poor people in the pool that say, "Well, what's this meme combat if Jack is there?"
Right,
Jack
yeah.
there you go. Someone suggested Jack with MK speedos. There you go. That's definitely the plan.
Yeah. And I'll be up at the DJ booth, and then I'll have a couple guys, ready to, I don't know, lasso him when he, gets a little out of hand.
Okay, well, before we go to the written questions, and I noticed there was a couple of them, we have our two usual guests of honor. The first one's going to be Alain. There you go. That was fast. Really pressed the button. He was already here. How are you doing today? Not good because his microphone is not working. I think you might have to leave and come back, Alain, because your microphone does not seem to be working. Nope. You might have to literally close Discord and open it again. Sometimes it happens. No one can hear Alain. So okay, while we wait for Alain, we'll bring out usual. You know what the problem is? Because it has to follow this order. Otherwise, Discord doesn't work. So it has to be Time Bandit first, and then Alain.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, we were pushing tradition, and we were paying the consequence.
Exactly, it doesn't work. Hello, sir. How are you today?
I'm all right. Who are y'all? Some guy from France flashed me on the chat while ago, and I don't know anything.
Exactly. See, there you go. You saw nothing. You can't remember much. Much didn't exist. The world just started now. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Excited for season 2 and for the celebration of the 4th of July, because
yeah.
you have a double party there, don't you? You have your local party and
I know.
the
And I
MK
was going to
party.
tell, hey, Zeus, I've got a Meme Kombat truck.
Well, let's frickin' ride. I mean, I don't, we'll have to get the stamp of approval
I'll
from
post
that.
a picture of it I'll post a picture of it on the chat in a little bit. Yeah. Heck yeah, you can have it. It's a big 4x4 green. It's even green.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I guess, yeah, meet you in Vegas in 2 days.
I could be there.
Roger that.
I'm not kidding.
Okay. Let me talk to my lady too.
Oh man. So no, Yeah, Matt, what you said about the advertising is spot on. I think get it going good before we just really go all out on it. So if there are some glitches, they're not, you know, seen by millions.
Yeah, I
we're
mean,
used to it.
yeah. I mean, I'm not envisioning that we're going to see glitches. I mean, obviously, there's things that we haven't been able to test against, which is, much like we saw with the launch of season one. Uh, I was actually quite surprised at the rapid and onset of volume in terms of people who jumped in and started wagering just from the very first battle. And so with season two being a little bit more heavy on the like on the visual graphics side of things, there's some load testing that we've attempted to do, but it's more simulated. And so the actual practical use of load testing the season two platform with people that are connecting with different browsers and through different devices, it'll be interesting to see how that looks. But we're using professional grade enterprise level supports out there that give us real-time analytics and the ability to address any sort of issues that would come about. So yeah, I mean, so for the first couple days, and that's really why we again strategically chose 4 of July for the launch date, is to, like I had said last week, to ensure that everybody is going to be in place and boots on the ground, ready to respond to any sort of issues, because we want to avoid downtime. We want to be able to quickly resolve any sort of issues, things like that, while also simultaneously, the other facet of our team focusing on the marketing side, the outreach, getting the word out there that season two is now open for business.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, I'm just happy and pleased as punch, man. I think y'all have done a great job. One thing, speed dial. What was it? What's his bomb? The Pepe's weapon? Speed dial 4.
Speed dial 4, yes.
What is that?
It's a quick way of getting a lightning attack, I'm guessing. No idea. I actually saw that one, and I wonder what a reference it was for as well, because I'm not too old for it. I have no idea.
Is that a little cell phone that flies into his hand?
And so as we were putting together season two, there was some decisions that were being left out there. So what that may be is just like some placeholder residual code. But
I think it's great.
But we also have some very much introverted, very nerdy devs that really like to put their own little individual stamp on things. We like to have fun with things too. So I think that as season two rolls out, there's going to be updates throughout. That's kind of much like we've done with with season one, where we've introduced updates and upgrades. So you might see some changes even with some of the attack vectors or their descriptions as season one or as season two continues to move. So
no, I think nerdy is great. I like it. I do. I even like Doge's little head dirt after he gets bombed a second later. That's cool. He said, "There's a punch." It's great, man. I think it's great. Y'all just keep it up, and we'll see you the 4th. I'll be tuned in. Oh, and I'm going to tell you, Hermes, when I said I remember March, I remember the date came, and it was like, oh, man. I woke up at like midnight for some reason and went and I turned on my computer, and the website came up, and I hollered. My wife came in there. I said, "Look at that. It's beautiful." and I've felt the same ever since.
Well, and one of the things
Okay.
that people really wanted with season one, I mean, we heard this for months, really, was kind of like that lack of visual dynamics, the lack of sound, like it was a lot of the comments that we were seeing and a lot of the things that people were asking for was for it to feel more dynamic and feel more immersive. And I think that's really what we've achieved with season two out of the gate. And with that being said, season two, as it's been built, and that as you guys will receive it, is also going to be a really good platform that we can introduce upgrades to, while not basically being able to or needing to call it like 2.5 or season 3. I think that season 2, once that wraps up, will be an amazing foundation for us to launch season 3 off of, which we want to make sure that we're maintaining the cadence in terms of the quality improvement of the game platform. So, like, if you see the leap that we've done from season 1 to season 2, I mean, you can anticipate something relative to that for the launch of season 3.
Well, I think it's great, guys. I'm gone. Y'all have a good one, and we will. We're still going to have AMAs every week, correct?
Oh yeah,
Good.
That is the plan. If
I look
something
forward to
drastic
it.
happens that we can't attend that week, but if that happens, we'll warn you guys in advance.
Cool. And yeah,
Okay.
I love this project, and I'm all
I want
in,
to
man.
picture the truck. I want to picture the
I'm gonna
truck
put
now
it up
after
there,
that
I
promise. I want
I
to see the
promise.
truck.
Yeah, just
Okay.
show us.
I'm a man of my word.
Show us the truck.
Wow.
Show us the arena you're building on the side of the house. Everything you've got, Time Bandit.
I've already got a rodeo arena.
Show us the pissed off miss because you're building the
Yeah,
arena.
show us. I bet your house is even getting colored, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I grew up on a ranch, and so I'm a lover, a fighter, and a wild bull rider.
There we go. That's what. Yeah,
So,
and we love it. But yeah,
Okay.
who knows? Maybe sometime in the season 2 to season 3 period, we'll freaking meet up somewhere with that truck, ride around with some people ready to just spread the good word. And also,
the
like,
truck
obviously, yeah, just being in Vegas right now and just seeing like all the different aspects of the city of lights, right? The city of entertainment. Obviously, it's a wild concrete jungle, 110 degrees, et cetera, et cetera. But just like, oh my gosh, the sphere, seeing the shows, this and that, all obviously banners everywhere, advertisements everywhere, marketing everywhere, slot machines. Could we ever have a meme combat slot machine and be the first? And obviously that's a lot of bridges and a lot of federal, regulation, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I mean, the sky's the limit when you start just, aligning like what Matt does, right? So you have a vision, you have a team, the team grows, it builds, and obviously there's always going to be adaptations, et cetera. But it's just that balancing effect of, past, present, and future, right? We're in the present, learn from the past, make adjustments and pivots, all in alignment of vision, right? But also be agile, be adaptable, and moving, and having the right community behind it is the bread and butter. I mean, and Time Bandit, you're amazing. So thank you for everything you do.
well, I don't do anything. I just try to help the community like y'all help me. So
There we go.
it's
Awesome.
All here
my
to help each
pleasure,
other.
guys. I'm glad to be
Our
a part
pleasure
of
as
it.
well. And thank you once again for being part of the AMA. Let me just move Time Bandit to the audience. Okay, so Alan can't join us because he sent me a message. I didn't forget your question. Don't panic. Because apparently he has a new computer and the mic doesn't seem to be working as he wanted. So he asked me if I could ask the question in his name. And the question will be about the marketing. So because of the marketing before the launch, since people will not see the new versions, how are we going to convince them to buy? Or will this marketing goal be just to raise awareness of the project and the game?
I mean, well, so
Short answer, Matt.
I mean, so the marketing campaign will, at the very onset, include some visual snippets. It won't be obviously this video that's been playing, but it'll be snippets from this as well as some other snippets from the project. But it's not just a kind of like a one-time thing, right? This is going to be the start of a longer term campaign that will be bringing people's awareness to Meme Combat. And so now that we have something novel and noteworthy to inspire people's interest or re-interest and participation in the project, that's what we're going to use to speak to the masses. So season 2 is our catalyst for marketing, and we will continue to look to build on that support and capitalize on the momentum that hopefully that we see with season 2's launch and release. So we will be leveraging season 2. Then we'll also make obviously some comments about the new website, as a lot of people haven't visited the project since the new website's gone live. And so this is an opportunity to bring people back around that were aware of the project before, as well as to get some new and fresh eyes on the project.
Perfect. See? There you go. Even Alan that asked the question, keep it short. Great answer. See, they like it. There you go. Because you guys today, you've been long in your answers. We're almost in 2 questions and we're already 30 minutes in. Okay, so let's go through all the questions that we have from the VC questions, since we don't have anyone here. And I'll start with Kepi's questions. Not the same 2 that you answered already, but the second you answered those 2, he decided to drop even more questions. Sorry.
Hey, I thought that if I answered those 2,
I
he wasn't going to give me...
I know. We were expecting him to stop, but no, he came back. It's all his fault. Okay, so question about season 2. Will season 2 just be a gambling game like this now, or will it be a complete new game mode?
So for the season 2 at launch, we'll continue the same format that the current ecosystem uses. We've said it time and time again that this is like the foundational layer of the game, but we do have the opportunity to expand that. And so we currently have been following this kind of seasonal format, and I think that will never change in some respects. We will continue to have this wagering platform on a seasonal basis that's tied to the current iteration of the game. But with that being said, we've also said this kind of time and time again, that we have every intention of breaking out and providing different gameplay supports, and a lot of that is also tied into leveraging the NFT collection, as well as those very rare one-of-one NFTs. And so basically, yeah. The way that we'll
I was gonna say I'll give Matt a bit of time so he can form his thoughts. And this is the proof that he hasn't been sleeping much.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely sleep deprived at the moment. But essentially, yes, we'll have different gameplay formats in the future. We'll always maintain this current this current format of the wagering as it relates to the seasonal format. But we could have different versions, including the legacy version, season 1. I think that in my mind, early on, I had assumed that season 1 would kind of like go away, right? And that we would just have season 2 and support season 2. Just like a lot of people that play other games, sometimes they like to bust out that nostalgia, right, and go back and play previous versions of the game. We might have legacy season 1 version that you could replay. Have season 2, and then you could have PvP format. There's so many different interesting directions that the project can go. But so to answer the original question, though, at season's 2 release, it will mimic the season 1 wagering platform, but we do have the ability to adapt different gameplay formats, even during season 2 and beyond, and that is part of the trajectory that we're on.
Helps if I unmute myself.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I can actually answer this question, so you can just confirm it afterwards. So there's the question, which is the chatbot says that it'll be a 50-50, so that's been just confirmed by Matt. What is going on beyond the curtain? Are the devs still polishing the game, or is it done and these bonus days until July 4th are just full focus to test? They are basically being used to test, and if they find anything that they see, oh, this is like a minor improvement that we can do in the space of a few hours, obviously they're doing it. I can give you an example. One of them that they mentioned to me yesterday when I asked about the devlogs was some sound effects for the attacks. They were there, but some of the attacks they weren't quite happy with what they were, so they were trying to see if they could get new versions of that with the team they were working for to get those sounds, and then use those improved ones instead of using the ones that they already originally have there. And of course, they're pretty much testing everything that they can. And if they find anything that they see that's not working or it's not working as well as they wanted, they're obviously using this extra few days to fix it, instead of having to do it while it's already live. And the second part of this question is, work on 2.5, is it already going on with some devs, or focus right now is on season 2 and this will go after season 2 is launched? The answer is only after season 2. Right now, the main focus is the full launch of season 2, and then after season 2 is launch is when we start working with season 2.5. No way any team, whether it's games or anything else, starts trying to do things in different ways, like trying to launch the 0.5 version of something before you launch the full version, because that is never ends up well. You need the infrastructure there. So that is pretty much answered. The other question afterwards, you guys use too many GIFs on the VC questions. I have to scroll through too much. When will the info of the team be added to the white paper? This was actually a request we've been getting this week. I'm not sure if Matt already had a date for it.
That's on me. It should have been on there weeks ago. In fact, it's literally already typed out, sitting in draft form. It just hasn't been deployed yet. That's on me. I can prioritize that. I will just say that it will be by the end of this week, after we get through the launch stuff. I'll circle back around and make that happen.
Okay, perfect. I'll remind you of that then. Season 2 is already finishing test for launch. We already mentioned this. Did you guys delete some questions from here? I'm pretty sure I saw more questions earlier. Okay. Trying to confuse me, because I'm pretty sure I saw a couple of questions about marketing. I have a feeling people deleted the questions in the meantime. There was one other question, which is, or a suggestion / question of whether if it was possible or not. If it was theoretically possible to create a pot wallet where people would be allowed to send MK, which would then be collected after a few days, weeks, months, whatever, and get burned. So they're asking if there's a possibility of creating a system where the community would contribute to a burning mechanism or not.
I guess I didn't quite capture the mechanics of that question.
Yeah. So the idea that they had, or the suggestion that they had there would be, there would be a wallet that would be open to anyone, would be marked as a wallet of content that would be burned. People would send as much MK as they wanted into that wallet, and then after a while, the MK would be basically, or that wallet would be turned into a burn wallet, and that MK would be officially burned out of existence. So the question is if this is even possible or not.
Of people just kind of sending MK to a wallet for the purpose of burning?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so MK as a project, when we do coordinated burns of MK token, the final destination that would be the Ethereum burn address. And so I would say that if people wanted to burn MK token, you could just send it there, and it would be cumulative. There's already MK tokens at the Ethereum burn address, and it would just basically add to that. If there's maybe like a different opportunity to seize upon there about having a wallet that's building up a store of MK token, and then doing one large transfer to the Ethereum burn address. But I think that with every subsequent deposit of MK token to the Ethereum burn address, the dexes and the dex analyzers out there will pick up on the reduction of the circulating supply.
Okay, interesting. I actually didn't know that was possible. I thought the second it was a burning wallet, it was closed. You couldn't actually send anything to it. That's actually an interesting mechanic that even I wasn't aware of. Okay, interesting. I think that's it in terms of VC questions. Like I said, we did have more, but I'm guessing some people deleted their questions because they got answered in the meantime or something. We don't have anyone else coming on stage. This has been surprisingly quiet for a pre-season launch AMA. I'm shocked and confused, to be honest. That's it, folks. Any final remarks before our official launch? Anything that you want the community about?
Much like we did with the launch of season 1, I'm assuming that once we do go live, we'll probably do an impromptu AMA or voice chat. Maybe not like a full AMA like this, but I'm assuming it would take place in this on the MK stage, obviously. But you can look to that or look forward to that once season 2 goes live. I'll most likely just kind of jump on here. And we could do some live gameplay, like we did with season 1, and then get some, initial feedback from our most ardent supporters, and it should be a good time. So this might not be the last time that you guys have to hear my voice this week.
Outstanding to that.
This is good.
Looking forward to this week. Amazing job, Matt, Hermes, team. Products looking outstanding. I think it's like the perfect mix of obviously tons of changes, adaptations, and improvements from season 1, and loving all the different backgrounds, and it's gonna be, I think, very well received. Paired with marketing, paired with all the different things that are planned right now. So let's kick it off good. Let's all be, have an amazing weekend wherever you are across the world, or week, I should say. I am going to personally be out camping on a lake with tons and tons of people and friends and boats and all that stuff. But there is going to be reception, so I'm going to be freaking, ready to hop on chats and freaking pump this thing up. So let's keep having fun. Time Bandit, you're amazing. Your truck looks awesome. If Matt ever approves it, I will meet you in Vegas if my lady approves it. And we will cruise the strip, have Jack all decked out, probably shirtless, oiled up, what the fuck ever, and just repping MK. So looking forward to this week and everything to come. So yeah, let's rock it.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk soon.